Welcome to the Vault of Nightmares, featuring your host, the Vault Keeper, and his co-host, the modern Alfred Hitchcock himself, Chaos Theory Production. We hope you have a terrifying experience. Good evening, everybody. And we have a special guest for y'all, Mr. Zulu. Now, y'all have to unmute yourselves so everybody can hear you.
Howdy.
Well, as the show says in the title, we're going to go Dogman, and we're going to go back to the roots. We're going to go back to an old vault show. And we're going to talk about,
as the show says in the title, we're going to go Dogman. We're going to go
on the other side. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, that was me. Oops.
Not a show.
Oops.
But
it started with a bag of peanuts.
Yeah, we're going to talk about. Most everybody's heard of the Michigan Dogman. We're going to show a little bit of the difference on how up north things are kind of like more low back. They're still not where you want to go out and start petting them. But in the southern and eastern states, these things just don't like people in general. So, Chaos, let's talk about, you've been doing some research on the Michigan Dogman. Let everybody know what you found out so far.
Well, first of all, hi, family. How y'all doing? Glad you're here tonight. Secondly, I realized that there literally in my area there aren't any dogmen apparently, or nobody's talking about them. But as far as the Michigan Dogman goes, let's see here. Make sure I got a bunch of. See if I can find the right link here. Well, it's weird. The whole as strange as this might sound, the whole Dogman phenomenon, as it started in Michigan, actually originally was intended to be an April Fool's Day joke. In 1987, local radio host Steve Cook, who worked at a local radio station in Traverse City, wrote a song called "The Legend of the Dogman." And his quote was, "I came up with the creature of the Dogman, half man, half dog, and developed it into a poem." It was kind of an amalgamation of all these creatures I'd heard of as a kid and the stories about them. And it was first played on April Fool's Day of that year. Well, then next thing you know, it turned into a just massive slide. I mean, people were calling in saying that, that's no joke. That's a real thing. It actually happened, and people have really seen this thing. And from there, it just. He later discovered the stories of dogmen date back thousands of years. So it was really interesting to actually see this article. There was actually, even in 2007, a film surfaced believed to be an old home movie that showed a dogman attack. And that, I believe that one, what was the name of it was? But I believe that one, after the 30 years, the Dogman was still going strong. I believe that movie was actually a hoax, the one that was made. And the guy even actually said, "No, man, I'm just messing around. I heard all the Dogman stories and I made this," and that type of thing. So, but
one where the creature was running on all fours and it had the old snowmobiles and all that stuff in it.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that was
Gable films.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Almost definitely. A lot of people swear by those, but like I said, they are fake. They even come out with a Gable 2 film. The guy that made them even came out and told, he was just fooling around. He even showed the old snowmobiles and all that stuff in there. But like I said, this is where Linda Godfrey cut her teeth, and several of the other prominent people in the industry about Dogman have cut their teeth. I had not come across none of this until, like I said, I had my encounter and I started looking around. Had no idea about a dog man. I think Zulu was the same boat I am. He's like heard of Sasquatch and stuff, but he never heard no crazy ass damn werewolf running around.
You know you got a werewolf running around your backyard?
No, Zulu didn't have a werewolf. He had werewolves. Uh, he was doing underworld shooting. The only problem is there wasn't no vampires around, I don't think.
I ain't never seen one of them. I hear Mr. Extreme's talking about them all the time, though.
I got enough.
Well, I got a werewolf story for you guys, but we can get to that later. So
go ahead.
Well, it was. I actually, it was the story that was in the video I did, which was the story with the werewolf and the Dogman, and I I'm as I'm researching this stuff and I'm thinking about it and whatnot, I thought to myself, I'm like, what's the differences between the two? What, that type of thing. This was, God, very late 80s. I was like around 13 years old. Excuse me. And the long and short of it was that, we lived in a split level. So all of our windows were on, the top floor. It'd be like the top floor of the house. So, it was nothing to leave the windows open. When I was a kid, leave my bedroom window open because, come on, to get into my bedroom window, you're gonna need a ladder. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But I guess the way it works out is that, I would fall asleep because we had like a little swamp right in the backyard, so I'd fall asleep to the bullfrogs and whatnot. And I had my German Shepherd, Speck, and she laid with me, every night. She was my girl, and it got to a point where I didn't hear. Well, it sounded like just walking around, like in the woods out back, woods out back behind the house, because the leaves and whatnot. And I didn't actually start hearing things probably about a month, and then you'd hear these low, dull growls and whatnot, and it didn't sound like any dog I'd ever heard of. I mean, I grew up around dogs and whatnot, and little did I know that my buddy Jay and Tim, who literally lived right down around the corner and down the hill from me, had an experience. I mean, even my dad mentioned it. He doesn't like to talk about it now. I mean, before I put the video out, I asked him about it. He just kind of gave me that look, like "shut up" type of look. But he would go walk Speck before bed and whatnot, and you can hear something trailing you in the woods, like kind of pacing you and whatnot. He never saw anything as an actual figure, but the area that was just down the road from me, which was School Street, which ran basically from the center of town all the way down to Route 4, which would be in the southern end where I lived, that was like literally all one dark stretch, except for a couple of houses that had, though there was a street light on one end and a street light on the other end, but in the middle, unless there was a house that had like a bright spotlight or like a light on their garage, it was all pitch black. And it was during the lunar cycle. And the creature, the way my friend described it to me, sounded like a werewolf, but it was a little different. It wasn't like you would see in a movie type of thing. It wasn't like what we call Dogman now. It didn't look like that. You know what I mean? There were patches of hair. The face was just very slightly elongated, terrifying nonetheless. And this thing chased them. Had to be 20 yards, because at that point where they saw it, standing in a tree line at the edge of a quartz mine, well, a trail that went to a little quartz mine, it was standing there, and the only reason why they saw it was because a car had come by and splashed its headlights on it. My buddy turns around, and there's Tim. He's just this little figure because he's already taken off running. And as my buddy Jay is running away from this thing, he can hear its nails scraping on the pavement behind it. But the thing that always got us was it just playing with him? Because it's pretty obvious that if it wanted to catch him, it would have caught him. You know what I mean? And they get back to his house, and they're telling his mom about, because they bust through the door and they're all kind of flipping out and everything, and she just starts laughing at him until this like heavy deep growl erupts from underneath the kitchen window from where they were standing, and they literally didn't sleep that night. The funny thing about that was the next day, and this is the end of the story. As scary as the experience itself was, the end of the story really makes you think. And to bring that along quickly, they actually went out the next morning and they walked to the edge of the trail where the mine was. And you only have to walk maybe about 50 yards down, 50 to 75 yards down the trail to actually get to the mine itself. And we called it a mine, but it really wasn't a mine. It was a part where the trail actually went up, almost kind of like a small hill. And you can look over the side of it, and that's where, the underside of it would be. You'd be able to chip little pieces of the quartz off of it and whatnot. I don't really even know if it was quartz. I'm just going on by, what we thought it was, more or less. That's what we called it. And there was a guy laying on the ground, no shirt, ripped up pants, and he's just sleeping. Like, they kind of look at each other and be like, is this guy dead or what? And my buddy Tim goes, hey, and the guy snaps awake and looks up. I mean, he's got like pine needles on his face and whatnot. And he just takes off running down the trail. Those trails led into my development. Well, when you're growing up, you've got that one weird house, right? Well, we had that. A lady lived there, and her son lived there. I'd only ever seen the guy once. And from the way that Jay described the guy to me, it was him. The guy was a bit of an enigma in his own self. You know what I mean? Maybe there was something wrong with him, or he didn't want to go out of the house. Anxiety, that wasn't really known back then, but that didn't mean people didn't have that issue. And when my buddy Jay, of course, he delivered the paper in that area. And, he's this is like 3 days after the event. He's delivering papers, and she's outside raking the lawn, getting up some extra leaves. And she's like, hey, what's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost. And he's like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And she's like, well, try me. And he tells her the story. That's when she turns and looks at the house with this just glare, eyes wide open, angry glare. When Jay followed her gaze, he looked over, and that's when you can actually see the blind kind of flip back like somebody was there. Within a month and a half, they moved away. Here's the funny thing, and I was actually at his house for this. A few years later, his kids were very, very young. Like, his oldest daughter, I think, was like a year old at the time. And his wife was pregnant with their second child. We're sitting there, and we're talking, having a few green monsters. And that's when a news report comes on that somebody actually saw a wolf-like upright creature in a cemetery in Gray, Maine. You know what I mean? And I don't know what these people went to, but it kind of,
Hey, dude, you might check outside your back door. It sounded like you had something out there.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm good with checking out that door to have to tell him that story. I'm kind of, I'm good with that.
You don't hear it?
Oh, I hear it. I hear it. I'm not going out there, though. At least you didn't growl. I'd have pooped. I'm just saying.
So, Zulu, what's been going on in your neck of the woods, brother?
I ain't in the woods.
Well, what?
I was in North Mexico a few days ago, hanging out.
Oh,
trying out that nifty new Bionic Ear.
Are you talking like that Batman style Bionic Ear where you can hear through walls, or like, so many
I don't think
feet
it's
away?
that cool. I don't think it's that cool. It's pretty cool, but I've never tried the whole wall thing. It's like a little handheld. Looks like a bullhorn in your hand without the vocalization part. Wear a headset, plug it in, and it bounces the signal back to you and lets you hear whatever's going on. So,
Oh, that is cool, though. That's really cool.
Got to hear some neat shit. Not bad for
hey, I got a buddy of mine.
Find.
I just seen he hit this live stream. What's going on, brother? He knows who he is in here. I'm not going to out him, so y'all will be hearing from him sooner than later, hopefully. Dude, you got to watch going outside the estates right now because things are going crazy.
Oh, I know it. Hell, it ain't shit but a quick jump from my place to Mexico. So
Yeah, that's
Now, if you're saying that some crazy stuff is going on, are you talking about like what was mentioned like a while ago that there was this mass of dogmen that were moving from like north to south that people were encountering and saying to like DW went on? Is that kind of what you're referring to?
kind of sort of, but I'm also talking about the political scope of things, like this bad stuff that's happening in the world right now.
Yeah,
You
did a
don't.
little research on that.
A lot of people don't understand. Zulu can protest this. You don't just have Mexicans coming across the border. You got everything from Cubans, Nicaraguans. I've even seen a couple of Jamaicans come across through there. Like I said, but yeah, the migration thing I don't think is actually. It's not as bad as what it was.
no, it's died down a lot.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's because of, like I said, there was a bunch of wildfires going on in the south, and I don't know if that's what caused them to start striking up. I know things around Property X has cooled down way down. I was
I know up north it's starting to warm back up, so they're probably pushing back up to home.
yeah. The Canadian border right now is pretty hot, from what I understand.
Yeah, for this time of year, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's starting to warm up in the southern area, so your vault keeper will definitely be heading towards the north here pretty soon because I don't like the heat all that much anymore. I like, I can put on enough clothes to stay warm, but there's only so many that let me
If y'all want to know where to find my ass in June, July, and August, I'll be in fucking Kansas, staying fucking cooled off.
Yeah.
So if Vault comes north, you never know. We may have a live stream right from my laundry room. I'll put him on the dryer.
That's gonna be a tight room.
It's not that bad. It's okay.
I'm gonna reach up and hit the spin cycle in the middle of it.
Well, as long as you don't turn the knob and hit the butt, you should be okay. But I'll unplug it for you just in case.
So I know a lot of people have been wondering. A lot of people have been asking. Have you still been going out, Zulu?
Not in groups, just by myself. Mostly just to watch.
Yeah, it kind of got a little hectic there. I know, and like I said, you started catching a little flat. What in the hell is my phone lighting? Yeah, like I said, I know it got a little hectic for you there, and things kind of, like I said, started trying to get flat. But that's for the people that don't know. And what's a nice way to say that? Lean pockets.
Damn. That was a deep hot pocket, but okay.
Well, a lean pocket is a hot pocket. I guess you could say it's his baby sister because it's not even a. I wouldn't classify him as a boy. So
It's not even good enough to be a full hot pocket. That's pretty damn sad when you can't even be a hot pocket.
yeah, you even kind of got a couple of pizza pockets running around too.
That's like what I hear these oil field boys saying all the damn time, calling people Ginsel.
I heard that
yeah,
word.
yeah. That's the meaning behind the word's pretty damn good. I like it a lot. I call my brother it now.
We've
It's
had
about
our,
accurate.
I said we've had our ups and downs with the hot pockets. Now the lean pockets want to come in, and like I said, you get a couple of you get them the little bite sized ones. What do you call them?
Shit, pizza rolls.
Yeah, the little pizza rolls.
It's funny. People just coming in on this, new subscribers, people new to the stream, are going to be like, "What are they talking about?" We clarify the trolls as hot pockets, lean pockets, pizza rolls, and cupcakes. It is what it is,
Yeah, you have your hot pockets, which are like your full blown rolls, and then you have your lean pockets, controlled, but they're not as hardcore, I guess you can say. And then you have your pizza pets. Those are your babies. The ones that just want attention.
And what we mean by these lean pockets and stuff is these people come up with all these crazy stories. Oh, well, I went out and had a banana sandwich with a dog man or a Bigfoot. Okay. Or it cloaked. That's my favorite. It was a predator. Okay. I have not ever seen a Bigfoot nor a dog man cloak. What about you, Zulu?
I've seen them in trees.
Yeah, trees. Yeah, but
I've seen them in trees, and I'm seeing them right under me, but they don't go poof. Welcome to Harry Potter.
Huh? Yeah. All right. Hold on, Aaron. I think to make you a mod. Stay still.
Yeah, don't move.
Yeah, don't move. Huh? Wrong button.
Only hurt for just a moment.
Me a mod earlier. I tell you what, he done messed up because I'm gonna be nuking the hell out of some people.
Well, hold on.
It's fun though.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron. How do y'all like the new logo? This is thanks to Aaron and Miss LaKayla. This is the new official Vault Keeper logo. It won't be changing anymore.
It's awesome. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Gives you a good.
What did Aaron say?
Dude, that damn door sounds like a cat dying.
I gotta get some WD-40 or something.
Screwed up.
Hold on. That's what got the cat.
You just made my dog get all pissed off and running around the yard. Thanks for that. She just started getting ready for bed.
Well, hold on.
She don't give a shit about that. She just don't like howling. Her big brother likes to howl all the time, don't you?
Hey, Zulu, did you ever get to see my little puppy?
No, you never showed me. I sent you these two that I just picked up.
Yeah. I got to hold on. I'll send you a pic of Bear while we're.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, it's on the Facebook page, but I'm gonna send you a picture of Bear while we're. Where the hell is Zulu with it?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, you're in here somewhere.
Among the rest of the delinquents.
Yeah. Yeah. Where? I sent you a picture of my he's just a little thing. It's still sending. Oh, yeah, it's sent. Like I said, he's just a little thing. But I think the Dogman, or I hate that freaking term. I'm gonna start calling them werewolves or something else just because I hate that term, because some of the doofus that I don't like come up with it. But anyway, I think the Dogmen up north are not quite as aggressive as the Dogmen in the southern states and the eastern states. And that's what's weird. It's right the reverse. The further north you go with the Bigfoot, the more aggressive they are. And it seems like the further north you go with the Dogman, they're not, I'm not going to say they're less aggressive, but they shy away from people way more than what they do down in the south.
Yeah. Yeah.
Madam G from chat wants to know, do Dogmen from here in the States different from the one from South America, or do they look the same?
I don't know. I haven't seen one from South America, so I can't. Zulu? Have you seen
Brian? Talk to Brian.
Yeah, Brian. I hadn't seen him either. Like I said, I haven't seen the. I've been doing good enough to track them and stay away from them here in the States, much less somewhere else.
Brian's busy being a badass right now down there in the Amazon.
Yeah, I had enough of the leeches and foot rot. And all that kind of-
And damn leeches that bug me, man. It's those freaking little catfish that swim up your pee hole. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
No. Hey,
One,
they'll
that's all
go,
it,
and that ain't counting the tapeworms and all that stuff you can get.
not just that, but those damn hookworms, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the Amazon kissed my ass.
I'm glad I live where it's cold.
There's some stuff in the Amazon that would make all squeamish.
Yeah, well, it does make Balt squeamish. I didn't know. I take so many horse pills when I was over there. I should glow in the dark.
Pissing out Monster Energy drinks.
No, them damn things, man, make me jittery. I look like a crackhead drinking them things. And them damn Red Bulls, I drink coffee enough, but them Red Bulls are pure freaking sugar. And that's me.
Has anybody got any questions in chat? I know we told them we'd talk about
I think that's Bear eating something outside. He might be eating the wall. I don't know. Did you get a chance to look at that picture, Zulu?
Yeah, I saw.
Like I said, he's just a puppy.
I picked up those two that I sent you earlier from the San Antonio Police Department. They were a couple that they didn't quite want to use because they weren't big enough for what they had in mind. So I said, "Hell, that I'll take."
Yeah, that's Bear eating something, or he caught something that shouldn't have been around.
Eating something?
Yeah,
Having
he-
a damn
He's eating something right outside the outside wall right here. That sounds like it's trying to get away, and it ain't having very much success.
Well, Lakea, didn't you have a dog running around there too?
It don't mess with it though.
I was about to say, 'cause not anymore.
Baby Absol actually puts Big Bear in his place.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny as I don't know what.
He will literally try to cower down to her, but since she's already at the floor, when he gets down, he's still like 3 times bigger than she is. So it's pretty funny.
His head's as big as the whole dog.
I know. That's what makes it funny.
I know. It's like, one bark. But
Hell, just have him go to the bottom of the stairs and then let her bark at him. That way he can get rid of
oh no! Look, she sounds like a freaking dog, man. When she growls, it's a weird ass growl. I got to.
Hey Zulu, I got a question for you from chat.
him.
What are some of the strangest things you have encountered?
Balt.
Yeah, that's pretty damn weird. I'll tell you that. In 2008, I met a Dogman with no fur.
I'm sorry. I'd had to. He couldn't intimidate me because I'd have been laughing at me. You naked fucker. I can see him like trying to bathe in motor oil or something. That'd be funny. A dog man with the mange. Can you imagine? They're bad enough as it is. Can you imagine one with a complex of being bald?
Oh yeah, all itchy. Ugh.
It looked like hammered dog shit, like one of those test critters. And I remember a buddy of mine telling me in World War II, they had their scientists and their chemists and everything else trying to splice human and animals together. And I don't know if this was that or what it was, but it was kind of like a dog, kind of like something you'd see at a freak show. Had a real short, stubby nose, ears down to the flat of its head. It looked like something that was made, not quite natural.
Yeah. Well, Lakea come across some of my files the other day when she was rearranging again. And I've got a couple that I've been saving. I think she's gonna do it on her. I'm gonna let her do it on her show. Maybe it won't be as bad coming from a lady as it would be for a guy. But I've got several encounters where people were talking about has anybody ever seen 2 dogs get hung up? Well, Dogman is basically the same way.
Looks like a couple love bugs hitting your windshield.
Well, they get hung.
Well, my thing is though, you have all of these encounters across YouTube and in books and everywhere that people have, all these dogman, Absol, whatever encounters stories. But the thing is, you never hear the stories about, them having a little bow chicka wow wow. And what makes me, the reason why I think that is because, volunteering at an animal shelter and being around animals a lot, it happens. They do a little bow chicka wow wow, but normally it's very noisy. So why are there not more reports of the bow chicka wow wow being very noisy from dogmen?
I don't think anybody's ever around when it happens. Persons around that might be.
You would know with all the reports that come in and how they've come up to my house or come up to my car. There's a pack of them living right beside my land. You would think that eventually somebody somewhere, there would start to be a lot more reports of that.
I know that I'm damn near positive that one that came out on the road home last year was a female. I'm positive. It had less fur. It had plenty of fur, but less of it. It was more pronounced. It didn't look feminine, but it didn't look like one of those big SOBs.
Jason asked, "Is this turning into a Kirby bit?" No, actually. To procreate and being a canine, that's pretty much how they procreate. I was honestly just curious.
And like I said,
nobody said nothing about French bread and tomato sauce yet. So
I'm serious. I've gotten people that, I heard this god awful racket outside. I went outside and I thought it was just one. It was running around like it was dragging and stuff. I said, "Well, what was it?" He said, "Well, dude, you're not going to believe me when I tell you." He said there was one dragging another one behind. I said, "What do you mean dragging?" He said they were hung up, like two dogs. I said, "Talking about having sex?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You ever seen a dog that that you kind of get them apart and the female will take off and the male is dragging along behind her because
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The end of a dog's penis will swell up. That's what keeps the semen inside of her. Well, it don't just come out like ours does."
Very educational. And see, somebody in chat said that's because nobody wants to touch the subject. Exactly. But, everybody wants to have their theories and opinions. But when you get right down to it, if you're saying this creature is a flesh and blood creature, then how else would they procreate? But nobody mentions it ever.
They certainly aren't asexual. That's for damn sure. So,
like I said, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of reports and stuff that I get, just don't talk about because some people think certain topics are taboo. But fuck that shit from now on. Like I said, I've gotten probably 15 reports of people coming up on the side of a road where a dog man's mounted to another dog man. And like I said, these things are not terrestrial or whatever the hell that word is you want to call them. They are flesh and blood, just like a bear, a deer, a wolf, a coyote, and they've got a procreate. What's that word? Procreate.
yeah,
That right there, I'm talking when you start getting, if you're getting 30 and 35 sightings out of a little area, and then all of a sudden this one person calls in and is like, "Hey, I just seen two dog men hung up." That right there strikes my curiosity because that means then you have a breeding population.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Holy.
And see, that's the thing. That's stories and stuff that you have to pick out and little stuff like that. Like I said, if you get 10 sightings of, I seen this dog man and he was doing this, that, and the other, or I seen dog men. Well, everybody wants to say because everybody's calling it dog men that they're all males. Nope. I've gotten reports of them having, looks like they had, like a old dog that has had several litters of puppies where their nipples and stuff are sagging. I've gotten reports from dogmen having like 4 or 5 nipples. It'll be like 3 or 4 nipples down its chest, just hanging there, and that's what freaks people out. And why, if you're going to say that you've seen one of these creatures, why are you going to add that little tidbit in? Because that's just guys don't talk like that.
JA just brought up in the chat, says regular people who see a wolf, but it's actually a baby dog man. Likely, yes, no?
Could be. Like I said, I've seen a couple of small ones, and usually they stay on all fours a good bit, and those little fuckers are fast.
But I ain't never seen a baby stray away from any of the big ones before. So
Nope. As a matter of fact, matter of fact, it's like they'll circle in around them.
yeah, if you see what you think is just a regular wolf, and if it is a baby dog man or whatever the hell you want to call it anymore, chances are you're too close to the nest, and you're either going to become dog chow, or you need to just get your ass out of there before something smells you.
Yeah, because if there's a little one around, I will guarantee you that there's going to be a couple of big ones, because they're like a wolf pack. And if you want to know what I mean, is go to YouTube or do a little of Google searching of how a wolf pack runs. You have an alpha, you have an omega, and then you have nurses.
Dad, Linda said, what about when people hear howling? Busy. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, because even wolves make different calls when they're mating.
That was, part of what I was talking to you about behind the scenes, basically, is, everybody says, oh, I heard them holler, I heard this, but you don't ever hear that topic being discussed. Nobody, you don't hear people saying they seen it or they heard it or witnessed it, because usually you can tell, though, when 2 canines are hung.
Not just that.
It's a different sound.
Especially if you live.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's a little bit of cutting out going on or something like that.
Hold on. My shit's buffering, I think, or something.
Yeah, I got a thunderstorm coming in overhead.
It's weird. What you were saying earlier, it actually really does make sense. I mean, if somebody did happen to see like a baby dog man or something of that nature, I was thinking, as you guys were saying, that it's gonna be just like Bigfoot. You see one, but you don't see the other 4 around you, to the sides of you and behind you, hanging out waiting to see what you're gonna do. So it makes sense.
I'm gonna shine a little light on something else. Let's say you got 4 or 5 people that are reporting just one dog man hanging around an area. Then all of a sudden, just say that springtime or this time of year right now, all of a sudden just the sightings just increase. You got, a bunch of dog men running around, they're killing cattle and stuff like that. What if that single one that was hanging around there was a female? She went into heat. Do you not think every other male dog man that is breeding age is going to be that female? That's going to cause your population boom right there. For probably a regular dog stays in heat usually anywhere from 15 to 30 days. I don't know about a dog man. It could be the same. It could be different. But that could explain some of the jumps and sightings all of a sudden at different times of the year.
Never thought about it like that, honestly. But I've always figured that the solos you see are scouts trying to find what's good to stay away from.
It could be. Like I said, I'm just throwing out there because I know female Sasquatches, they do a heat cycle, and they'll put in every rogue that's running around within 10 miles. They'll pull in every rogue around that area and several out of different clans. What if they're the same way with the dog man? You may have a pack of dog men that has 3 or 4 teenagers roaming with them out of 4 or 5 different clans. Well, you don't think those teenagers, when they smell that, they're going to go check it out?
Hey, JA just said something I thought was pretty interesting. He said, I wonder how many people have met their ends seeing a baby dog man and got killed by the pack. You think that's do you think that's actually a possibility that they actually could use like a baby Dogman as a like bait? So that way, like if they saw, say, like like a person or a couple of people walking in the woods, and they see a baby Dogman, you're gonna stop and look and be like, "Wow, dude, I've never seen an animal like that before." While they're kind of coming up behind you or from above you, do you think that's a possibility?
I believe anything's a possibility. We don't know enough to say one yes, no, or any of the above. I know this right here.
Go ahead.
Some people contacted me wanting to know if I'd ever seen a dog man that had a feline head. I told them I hadn't. I'd heard about somebody that said they did, but I had never seen one myself. I can't say for sure that it was or wasn't, but I have never seen a cat dog.
Could it though?
Wow.
Could it be though? Like not a malnourished. Like their face is not as filled out, maybe,
I guess. I said I've never seen one that
and
looked
so
like
it makes it
feline.
appear like longer, more elongated, skinnier.
Yeah, it's like I believe, everybody's like, well, I haven't seen, why there's more, why aren't there more, sightings been before, like Linda Godfrey and all that? Well, I believe they were, except for we didn't have enough information. And they seen Bigfoot that looked like baboons. What if those were Dogmen? Because I've seen a couple that from the back now, that's the only way I got to see them. I think maybe that was a Dogman out of Bigfoot that I was looking at because I always said it just acted weirder than any other Sasquatch. And then I've gotten reports from back in the 70s where they swore up and down it was a giant freaking baboon. Well, the baboon kind of resembles a Dogman.
And it almost makes me believe that, where it was mentioned earlier that, I mean, Brian would be the best to know, to ask for his area, of course, but, Bigfoot is different in different areas of the world. They've adapted to their terrain and whatnot. Like, a squatch that we would see in our woods, neck of the woods, would be different than a squatch we would see in the Himalayas or in Canada or in Russia or probably even in Brazil. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to know that maybe Dogmen they look like Dogmen, but they have different characteristics of the area that they live in, excuse me, and how they survive and whatnot. Their diets, I should say.
Yeah, and somebody just made a comment in chat, and thank you for that. Social media hasn't been around all that long. You're right. But you go back and you can pull up newspaper articles. The biggest thing is you got to understand every community didn't call these things Bigfoots or Sasquatches. You got them called boogers, wild men, the skunk ape, the hairy man, Momo, the White Hall monster,
the woodsman.
Yeah, the woodsman. Scary. Yeah, that's just scary. Just monsters. 8 men. We could keep going for a while. That's like the White Hall monster. It's actually known more prevalent by the Ohio grassman. That one thing right there, everybody's like, well, the White Hall monster, and I'd never seen or food with it. Well, I was doing some research and then figured out, wait a minute, this is the Ohio grassman. I've done several investigations on the Ohio grassman, but I never had heard it called the White Hall monster. That's what I'm saying. There's so many names, and that's why research is so hard. If we could get everybody together and had this one database where you could put, if it sounds like a Bigfoot creature, put it in there, you would not believe how many more sightings and how big that map would blow up.
And I think with knowing the different names that people call these creatures and whatnot, hearing as many of these encounters as you can, it's one of those things where it's like, it just gives you a better insight and a better idea on the creature itself, and it may actually give you another side or a behavior that you might not have actually seen before or heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Swamp Witch, you better watch out because they will nuke your ass. Hey, don't come over here and act stupid because I got the K and Vamp will nuke you so bad you'll think Trump's gonna hit you. Oh.
Called is what.
Hey, little sis, what's going on?
Hey guys.
Hey, there's my sis. What you doing, man?
I'm here to keep you guys in check. Did y'all not see my cupcake down in the chat?
Damn, I was trying to turn it. It didn't work.
Well, I'm here now, so we're gonna make some motherfucking cupcakes right now.
Strawberry, blueberry, whatever you like.
Whatever you like, Bob. Whichever one you like.
Hey, Bass had said, do you guys believe that different packs of dogmen would fight each other?
Hell yes, just like different clans of wolves will.
You know, just I guess especially for like, you know, for a territory, you know, if they come upon a territory where it's like really, you know, there's a lot of food there. There's a lot of wildlife. You know what I mean? So
it doesn't matter about how much food is there or not there. I've raised wolves, been around wolves a long time. Wolves, when they claim an area, it's their area. They will fight to the last of them to keep that area. That's like when a wolf gets kicked out of a pack. If that wolf does not immediately leave and go somewhere else, they will hunt that wolf down and kill it.
Jeez.
A pack of wolves, one wolf is bad enough. But if you do something to one of those wolves, they will go back and get the pack. And like I said, a pack of wolves does not hunt like any other animal. They will line up, and I've seen them literally chase a deer till it can't run anymore, till they just walk out. Then they walk out there and have their way with it. They don't just have to run out and grab it. They will chase it till it can't run anymore. Let's think about it. They have been known to bring down bison.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, think of a person doesn't stand a chance. Coyotes are more like they're more mischievous than anything, but they don't hunt like wolves. And a pack of coyotes can kill a single wolf, but if 3 or 4 wolves get up on let's say 8 or 9 coyotes, they will kill every one of them. They don't like coyotes, and wolves don't get along.
Wow, that's well, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I'm interested in doing the cupcakes. I'm in a cupcake kind of mood.
Oh no, we're not in a cupcake kind of mood.
Yeah, we are. What happened to Zulu?
I don't know. He just kind of dropped out.
Vamp was too much for him.
Vamp.
What can I say? I keep him speechless.
You wore him out.
He tapped out.
Hold on just 1 second. Pretty good. Yes.
Correct you on something, and this comes from. Okay, yes, chat. Isn't it alpha, beta, omega?
Yeah, I just didn't put the beta in there. The beta is the one that takes care of the youngs. That is the second to the omega.
So the way, because never, you know, just forgive me because I'm a little numb here, but so Alpha, that's the leader, obviously. Omega, that's like the second in command. Like if something happens to the leader, or the one who could challenge the leader, and then you've got no,
that's the female. That's the female. That's the head female of the pack.
Okay, so what the beta would be the one who takes care of the young? You just said.
Yeah, the beta would be another female wolf that is right in line with the omega.
Oh, okay. So as far as like the males in a pack, whether it be Bigfoot or Dogman, is there like a second? Is there like a second as far as the males go? I mean, you have the alpha, and you know you've got omega and beta. Well, that's females, but what about the males? You know what I mean? Is there like a name for the second, or they just, you know?
Well, it's more like sentries. They go around and, you know, they do the security for the pack. It's odd. In a pack of wolves, you may have three males and 6 or 8 females. There's only one. The male wolf will not let any other males breed with the females except for him. If they for some reason, if they do come in and have a litter of pups, they will kill every one of them
because it's not there. I got you.
Oh, and brother and sister, do y'all think I would be like a lead female, or would I be one of the like sheeples?
No, you and Vant would be y'all would be the 2 Omegas.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, definitely.
I know Vant would, but me, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that.
So you're sneaky. So yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. Because I know Vault is a huge alpha. I know DW is like a huge alpha. Y'all just are.
I was born that way. It's not my fault.
You're just boosting their ego because every time they come up with an idea, they run it by you, and you're like, no, and then it's like, oh, never mind.
Well, hey,
on the live stream, I actually think that Lakay is the alpha. She's like the top dog.
No, in a wolf pack, the Omega actually will control the pack more than the alpha. Think about it. If Mama
like the alpha / Omega, like she's like this is a new type of wolf pack, so she's like the top one in everything.
I just go lock her in the closet. She'll be fine
until she gets out.
You don't want to make Lakay mad. So
hey, I'll just
shake your head and agree.
I'll hide both of y'all high heels. But now to get back to the cupcakes. But anyway, I'm in the mood for strawberry.
Well, I'm gonna say strawberry is my favorite.
Since there's kind of a lull in chat, can I have the mic for a second, boss?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, geez, you didn't have to yell, God.
Oh God.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you have reached over 3,000 subscribers this month.
Yes, and thank y'all very much. I just
however, I don't know, but
oh my God,
the 24th of next week will be 1 year since you put your very first video on YouTube.
You know I don't keep up with stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I did.
That is epic. Let me be the first to congratulate you, dude. That is awesome. You look at how you've grown. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but you look how you've grown in the past year. It's not even a year yet, and you're already at 3K, dude. That's absolutely epic, man.
Well, I didn't do it by myself. I have Lakaya, Vamp, you, DW. I have a lot of y'all to thank for that. I didn't do this by myself. So. And Vamp and Lakaya helped me a whole lot, y'all, keeping me under wraps and stuff like that. If you've noticed, just in my streams and my shows, I've gotten a lot less sporadic.
Well, hopefully, because I've had this planned for a couple weeks.
Oh, shit.
Hopefully, there will be a little surprise coming out sometime next week from DW and me and Chaos and Vamp if I can get it together in time.
Okay.
Oh, it'll be ready.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So everyone be on the lookout for that. It's just a little surprise for Vault. Not.
Now you know I don't like surprises. I like surprises about like I do like playing hot potato with a hand grenade.
I'm gonna tell you right. Sorry.
Is that the chair?
No, that's my door. Vault's got a Jesus chair. I've got a Jesus door. So it's my stairway.
That's not. Yeah, I finally gun oil my chair, so you got to stop griping at me. But,
well, I had to keep up with the, the squeaky aspect. So,
Nope, no squeaks.
Not like it did.
Do it again. Uh-huh.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see.
No, it don't squeak that way. You did oil it a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't going to take it all away.
But did you use bacon grease?
No, I didn't use bacon grease. I didn't put them on my socks either.
You know, bacon grease is a fantastic lubricant. I'm just saying. It's got so many applications.
I grew up in a house where Crisco was the shit. You used it to cook with, grease your door jams, shine your shoes.
I think wood's too much y'all to be using bacon grease for anything but cooking bacon and eggs and stuff. Y'all trying to get my ass ate now. I'm gonna put bacon grease on Vamp and Lakea's stripper pole.
Oh, that's tough. Oh,
That's really tough. That's a really bad yeast infection.
oh, we're going there, huh? Yeah.
That just made me like, oh, that's horrible.
And folks, welcome to the Friday night show. We have officially gone left.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't take that long.
Time. I gave y'all time. I said I'm gonna give them their time before I jump on because it's hard to stay on track. So I was like, all right, it's been an hour and a half. Time for me to come in.
Like I said, I'm ready for some cupcakes. I'm so ready for. I want to eat enough cupcakes that I have a diabetic coma.
I want chat to post a number one. If all of you have been catching up with Mr. Dark Waters' Dogman Week, I have been loving it. What about you guys?
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Hey, I liked your Dogman's story you did with Bloaty.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn, Bloaty.
I'm gonna have to get me a new pet and name it Bloaty.
I think you have enough pets, Vol. I think you need to slow it down a little bit.
I only got hold on, 1, 2. I ain't got enough. Let me take my shoes off. I'm thinking about getting me one of mini pigs. What do y'all think?
No.
Like a potbelly?
Yeah. Think about it.
I think that you should get a pig and you should just send me dog.
No. Dog's got to stay. Dog is unique, y'all. I have a cat, y'all, and I'm not a cat person. The only reason why I like this cat because it has a complex problem. It thinks it's a dog. If you bring another cat in a carrier into the room with this thing, and World War III will start. You can bring any kind of dog you want in there. It'll jump down, go over, and try to love all over it, anything else. But it hates other cats, so I named it Dog. I got a cat named Dog. I guess I do have a cat dog.
Soon to be my cat dog.
Yeah, that's like the coolest cat. He really is.
See, this is my thing.
I have a 10-day vacation starting next Saturday. I think I'm gonna drive up there and grab dog. I'm gonna pull. Like Kay was telling me about the crazy lady who walked in today and tried to take dog. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk in, take dog, and walk out.
Yeah, the lady that walked in drunk, she's like, I want that cat. Grabbed and went to walk out. She like got throat punch, but I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
No, but it's just, I have never seen Vault. Vault is not, he is not a feline person.
No.
He's just not. And I've never seen somebody, have a love for a cat the way Vault loves this cat named Dog. It's just, I think it is so cute.
What I do is cute. What are you talking about?
I mean, come on. Who else is going to name their cat Dog, though? And you did. And the cat hates cats, loves dogs. It's the damnedest thing.
He named herself.
But it is so cute.
He even eats more food.
Yes, it's so cute. But I will say this for everybody. If you have a local animal shelter near you, please volunteer, donate, help out. Let me tell you, these people do jobs like that. It's hard work. It is hard work. You wouldn't believe that they're covered from head to toe in puppy poo, or it's very rewarding and satisfying at the same time, but it is hard work.
Well, to get back to the mini pig, see, this is my whole thought around getting a mini pig. I go out on an investigation stuff like that, and Bigfoot supposedly likes bacon. So if I got me a mini pig to go on the investigations with me, I would have bacon with me.
You guys know why he wants the pig to go on an investigation with him, right? Do you know, Chaos?
I'm at a loss on that one.
Hey,
remember Bear? Well, Bear fell more in love with Lakeia.
No.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
okay.
now Vault's like, well, screw you, Bear. I'm gonna get a pig.
And I've already got his name. I already got his name picked out. Y'all want to know what I'm gonna name him? Bacon.
Bacon.
Well, here's my thing about a mini pig, though. I don't like the whole let's breed just because let's make this breed because it's cute. That's my issue. I just don't agree with it. But I had a
I can
friend
get a bullseye.
who paid a lot of money for one of those mini pigs,
Yeah.
and it was not a mini pig. And she ended up with like 100-something pound pig in her kid,
I can just get one of them pot bellies.
you know, and it ate her cabinets. It ate like, you know, part of a refrigerator door. It was not pretty.
Bear kind of feeds himself. Hungry, he eats. If there's something running around that shouldn't be, you know, who's going to say no to feeding a 200-pound dog?
200-pound dog, you could almost ride him into battle. That was a big dog.
What's funny is he makes Lakia ride in the back seat.
Lakia tried to ride him around in her car.
Yeah, that didn't work very well. It looked like a puff in a shoebox. His hair sticking out the window.
Oh my god! Get out the way.
See, if I send you dog, you got to send me Satan.
Satan's right here. You can have him. He is like all in my face.
Him and dog will get along.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You should send me dog.
See there, y'all. They're trying to take my critters. I told you I'm just no country. I got just about any kind of animal you think. Lakia won't let me have a skunk again.
Hey, Vamp.
Yes.
No mercy, babe.
Oh, I know.
All right.
You don't worry about it. Keep talking, Vault. Keep talking. Sit there and look pretty. Keep talking.
I was trying to catch up.
That's gonna be hard to do. I've never been accused of being pretty. I got a face for radio. Sometimes I scare it.
Okay, chat. Any questions for anybody on panel? And there are a few rules. Rule number 1, we will not face reveal. Rule number 2, we will not tell you any super personal or private information.
I'll talk about Lakia.
Rule number 3, if you get out of hand, you will be nuked. No mercy, no questions asked. It's just that kind of night.
Yeah, and rule number 4, if you want to pull on my troll bun, you're going to take me out to dinner first because I'm a classy broad, all right? I'm just saying.
Okay, which is more powerful, do you think, a dogman or a werewolf?
Same damn thing.
You know, my idea of that is that if a dogman is a creature that stays the way it is, that's exactly what it is. And a werewolf is a lycanthrope.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure who's stronger or whatnot, but I think that there is a definite like if you saw, you could tell between the difference between the two if you knew. You know what I mean? I don't think that werewolves. I don't believe that people who would change into something like that the look of them would change too far from what they are. But a lot of 80% of the change comes from inside. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense at all. I mean, I think of weird things like that. I don't, but it would definitely be interesting to see.
I think that I don't want to find out first thing, but I think that if you go and try to figure out which one is the strongest, you ain't gonna tell nobody what your conclusion.
Yeah, I think that's a battle nobody wants to be around to see unless they're like very far away. Yeah.
Okay, somebody's a little lost in chat, so could you simplify what you were saying, Chaos, please?
Oh, I just think that, we and everybody who who listens in on the live streams, with us, with DW and whatnot, we've got a really good idea of what a dogman looks like. I think the difference between a dogman and a werewolf is that if a person is going to change into something else, like kind of along those lines, that they wouldn't actually look so much like a dogman. That the change would be, you could definitely tell it came from a human almost. You know what I mean? There would be obvious, changes, physical changes. But I think when it comes to a werewolf or any type of lycanthropy, if I pronounce that right, but that it would be, more of a change on the inside than it would be, as much on the outside. Am I making any sense on that?
Oh yeah, little. Somebody asked in chat.
They said a werewolf is a human who turns into a wolf. So what if a dogman is a dog or a wolf that turns into a half man thing? I think they're trying to figure out.
No.
Where I'm coming from with that one.
Regardless of which one's which, all I can tell you is the damn thing looks like a werewolf. That's the only thing I ever seen that looked like a werewolf, whether it changes into whatever. But I don't think a dog man changes into nothing. It's just a dog man. It goes up on all four. It can go down on all fours. It can go up on two legs, and it will eat you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, either way, I don't. Whether you met up with either one, I don't think you would be in good shape at all. Now that I kind of also leads to the fact that if you were attacked by a werewolf, is there a way to contract, the disease that person would have that would cause them to turn into something like that? I mean, you hear about it in popular myth and culture, and if you get bitten or scratched, you're going to turn into one on the next full moon. But question is that does that actually happen? Is it a hereditary thing? Can you catch it like a cold? That type of deal. That seems pretty interesting to me as far as that goes. Is everybody still there?
I'm here. I was just there's somebody in chat who keeps
yeah. Hold on just a second. I'm
asking if we'll.
I'm fixing to address something.
Mr. Smo, I think the consensus for the panel is just going to be no. We're sorry.
Mr. Smo, I know who you are. Leave us alone because you're going to agitate me, and me in an agitated state is not a good thing. Go play with the people you've been playing with and leave everybody here alone because I'm going to get agitated after a while, and it's not going to end well. Okay? Thank you. I'll send you your money back. No peace offering. Just leave us alone.
Okay,
Next topic.
Just gonna set for one. I'm trying to read what Linda said in the chat. I, tarantula and scorpion sat once for a neighbor too.
No.
Oh, because I asked them what was the strangest pet that they've ever had.
Oh, okay, all right. I think I missed that one.
Spiders, no.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with spiders, small or large. The bigger they get, then nah, no thanks, no. And I'm not going to do that. I don't like them.
No spiders. Unless you get all shot up, leave me alone with a spider. I'll play with snakes. I ain't too fond of scorpions either because they got a bad attitude. But spiders, no.
Well, Mandalore just said, Vault, do you know of any Dogman reports from Iowa going there in a week?
Well, there's been a few. Somebody wanted to know if there's been any recent reports from Louisiana. We have Iowa and Connecticut.
Yes, and I don't know about Connecticut.
When I was researching, it's funny you say Connecticut because when I was researching earlier today to, kind of dig up something, give myself a better idea about, what we would be talking about. What's that?
Or maybe I fell off the washing machine.
Oh, okay.
Chaos, you're going to get a big washing machine. We all can't fit.
Oh, well, hey, it's okay. I got a dryer, too.
I like it.
Okay. All right, I got you. I just totally lost what I was going to say. It's gone now. Poof.
That's funny. What the hell?
So we're all riding washing machines now. How in the world did we go from Dogman Unleashed with Zulu to riding washing machines?
Because Chaos is not sharing the washing machine. He wants everybody to sit on the dryer. He won't share the washing machine. I want to sit on the washing machine.
Well, yeah, I got my lap. Well, okay. You know what? You can sit on the washing machine as long as somebody puts the laptop in their lap because, you know what I mean? That's where I put my laptop. So
I'm going back to my desk with Zulu. Y'all can have them washing machines.
Vamp's going to hold it. Me and Vamp's going to play on the washing machine.
Oh my goodness.
I guess I will. I'll just move to the dryer then. All right, no worries. I'll just go over there.
Okay, is yours one of those top loaders that's got the little pole in the center?
Well, which one? My washing machine?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Vamp, you even get a pole.
Why do I always get the pole?
Because you said you like the pole. I don't look good on a pole.
But it's for cardio.
I still don't like a pole. You want to see me and some Daisy Dukes? I don't think so. I want to see me and Daisy Dukes.
Yeah. How about those Yankees? Yeah.
I'm sorry, my mic is like cutting in and out. I don't think that you guys hear me all the time when I talk.
What did you say about my Daisy Dukes? I know you had something to say.
Oh, I said I'm sure there's some people out there who would. Did y'all hear that?
No. I'm pretty sure they just think they do. Once they see it, no. That's
not true. I've actually seen Vault the way he looks, and he's a very handsome looking man. He's white as paper, but he's very handsome looking man.
Hi there, stud.
Hey, I have an image to uphold. Shh.
You know, Bass just asked a question. What is the largest dogman that has been reported?
Where? There are large ones reported all over the place, anywhere from 7 feet tall is the average, all the way up to 12 foot tall. Like I said, the Dogman thing is something I'm still researching. I thimbleful. Now Bigfoot, we getting into a pretty good size water pail. I still don't know that much about Bigfoot. I know enough to keep my ass from getting beat up, but Dogman, those things. Every time I've had an experience around one or whatever, it's not been nice. So.
You know, I just saw something in chat that reminded me about what I was talking about before. You know, the whole Daisy Duke episode and washing machine stuff. And, you know, when I was researching earlier today on like northern dogmen and whatnot, and one of the things that kept popping up was dogman sightings in Connecticut and Pennsylvania. When I would click on that and go and look, there wasn't a whole lot of information. I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those deals that, you know, they're there, but nobody's really talking. Yeah, I saw this crazy thing in the woods, but that's about it. And that's what it almost seems like to me, you know, from that type of thing. And I only saw a few links up there when I was Googling something like that. So,
hey, we're going to take a break right here and let people go use the restroom, get some M&Ms and
a cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee, and
snap those pictures of Dogman so I can see them and sell them and make money.
You gonna shake your what for Dogman?
You were so crazy.
All right, folks. If you got them, smoke them. If you don't, steal them. All right, folks. I'm gonna let y'all holler at Lakay real quick while I'm making my cup of coffee.
Why me? I'm not the co-host, Chaos.
Oh, we're back.
Yes, we're back. And
So I had to attend to the children's.
apparently I'm Vault now.
Oh.
Oh, don't forget to lock the door.
Oh man.
Vault just walked up. Ow. How many in chat? How many of y'all have seen a Dogman? Crypto
But actually seen a Dogman.
that have actually or think you've seen one, you know. Lenny Gale said, last time I twerked, I broke something. Oh, honey.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
No. We don't need these broken hips around here.
Yeah, Jason, how many would you estimate aren't reported? I would assume that would probably be a little bit of a much, yeah, I don't say much, but I think it'd be just a slightly bigger number, maybe more than that. From my own experience, I would talk about Bigfoot at work with some of my coworkers and whatnot, and they're just falling over. They're laughing. You know what I mean? Because it's just how people, relate to stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, how come, and you always get the same questions, and how come we've never found a body? How come there isn't any of this and any of that? And I'm like, well, think about it, man. I mean, it's something that Vault said quite a while ago. I mean, if you go out there and you're trying to, it's like you're in their living room. If you go out into their area, you know what I mean? You're going to notice something's different. You're going to know that somebody's there that shouldn't be there. Kind of the same thing. You know what I mean?
And I will go ahead and apologize, side note, about my voice being a little gruff and rough and crackly. I've been recording a lot past couple days, so
You've been playing with Zulu.
yeah, and Zulu under the desk, shh, don't tell nobody else.
He passed out a while ago.
I think we forgot to give him his gallon of water for the day.
Hey, I found another one of our pets, Crowbar here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all may be seeing him in chat here a little bit. That's another one of my pets, y'all.
Your minion.
Yeah, my minion. Where the hell did everybody go?
Oh, I'm here.
Ran away.
I had another one in here. Are dogmen affected by religious symbols and things like that?
I don't think so. I never wanted to put a cross up to one and find out.
Get back, devil!
What is this shit everybody's all talking? Satan, get behind me. No, I want that fucker in the corner so I can see every damn thing he's doing.
I get what you're saying. That is weird though, because I get the whole gist of it. I mean, I'm not a dumb human, but I'm the type of person, I want to see the person come instead of stabbing me in the back. I want to see him stab me right in the front. I want to see it coming.
Yeah, let's put it this way: do you want a serial killer behind you, or do you want him in front of you so you can watch what he's doing?
Mandalore said, "Poor Zulu has chapped lips."
Oh man.
Coffee. Ain't nothing better than coffee.
No, we all play with each other. Hello, Gloria. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. But no, we all, we joke, we laugh. We like to have fun.
If you can't joke with your friends, what the hell's good of having a friend?
Yeah.
See, I can pick on y'all, but nobody else gets to.
Wow. Bass in the chat, have you guys seen that? It said had a few DEC guys come to the job and eat. And I asked them about Bigfoot. One guy wanted to say something, but his partner gave him an icy stare and he clammed up.
No, that's not a good idea to be asking people like that questions about stuff like that, because that's how you get audited. That's how you all of a sudden get these crazy arrest records, like for overdue library books. Have y'all heard that one? This guy went to jail for a year for an overdue library book from when he was 15.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a book from that library because I forget to take shit back all the time.
Has everyone seen the article going around about the lady that has a I think it's a Maine Coon cat, And how big, which I know they're a large breed anyway, but
The one that eats
raw kangaroo meat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
This cat is huge.
Look, he goes, where does she get raw kangaroo meat? That's it from a kangaroo.
And then Grim, little smart ass down there in the chat, Mr. Grim Soul Taker, decides to say Australia. I meant, in the States, it's not like we can walk into any local grocery store and go, hey, I need some kangaroo.
Hey, that's raw. What I need to get for the damn Volta, kangaroo.
No.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Why? He can sit and keep you company. He's got a pocket where you can put. He's real handy.
You know what I've always wanted, though?
A kangaroo?
No, a guinea pig.
I just said something about a damn pig. What? Oh, no.
No, a guinea pig.
Yeah, that's the furry little fuckers.
Yeah.
Well, you can always eat them if you get hungry.
Did you guys happen to see that? I don't know. I think it was a newer one. I'm not sure, but a friend of mine showed me. Somebody, I guess, they obviously were in Australia, but this kangaroo kind of came out of nowhere. It was going to go attack some guy's dog. Did you see that? Did you happen to see that? This guy goes running over to a kangaroo. The kangaroo puts its arms up, so he puts his up, and they literally were facing off each other like they're gonna box. The kangaroo steps forward, and the guy just clocks it with a shot. The kangaroo puts its arms down, kind of puts its head down, and walked away.
Because they had the dog in a headlock. Because that's what they have a big problem in Australia with kangaroos going rogue, and.
Oh, I think we lost you, sis.
I thought it was us at first. That's what I was supposed to say. Who all in chat is having problems with this stream tonight?
I know me and the cable people. If I'm going up there, me and Mr. Colt is going up there and having a talk with them.
No, I've seen that several people tonight have said that the live stream keeps cutting off for them for some reason. And we're not using hotspots tonight.
I'm actually in the vault. Yeah, I was on location the other night. I was checking out a place and it wound up to be a bust. It wasn't really I found some old sign, but I didn't find any new stuff. I think it's just a place they kind of go through.
Is it okay for the people having problems? Is it itself, or is it StreamFind we're just cutting out, or is it YouTube?
It's probably Hangouts.
That's what I'm thinking, to be honest.
Yeah, Hangouts might be a little bit wonky tonight.
Honestly, not right now.
You know earlier. What? We need to talk to Aaron about getting involved with our expedition we're planning for next April. Hey, Aaron, you want to go on a Bigfoot hunt?
No.
Well, Kay has been wanting to meet Aaron anyway.
Yeah, some had problems and some not off and on, so.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's Lakaya's fault.
One of those things. So, keep live. It happens.
And she was like, hell no. You know what's funny? I myself thought Lady Chaos would not be up for that at all. But in talking to her, she's like, I hope it works out and I hope it happens because I want to go hunt some Squatch. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah.
I'm excited. Me, Vamp, and Miss Lady Chaos, yes. Aaron, yes. Because Aaron's going, I'm gonna drag her in DW. They have to. I can't go without them.
They've got Mr. T syndrome. We're gonna have to chloroform them, then wake them up when they're in the woods, and then back up because they're gonna be unhappy.
I've got to have my bae and my other boss man there. I mean, I just have to.
Okay. Well, see, she said she's down to meet the crew. And look, you mess up when you get in a room with me. I can talk you into anything. So.
Okay, I tell you what. Have Aaron and DW set up in a nice hotel as base camp.
Okay.
That's what we'll do.
And they can run the stream from there. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
And we'll leave them there with some cigars.
See, my next thing I'm trying to figure out is I figured out how to stream from a hotspot. But I want to go from a hotspot and satellite it back to a landline, a LAN connection. That's my next thing to figure out. I've almost got it.
Well,
what about me? What about me?
For me personally, it would be awesome to go And if I'm going to go on a squatch hunt, I'm going to go with Big Daddy because he knows what he's doing. He knows his stuff. So I'd feel better about that. But for me personally, just being out in the woods, sitting around a campfire with everybody, laptops up, microphones, the whole 9 yards, that would be awesome. I mean, that would just be an epic thing to actually have a live stream with all of us within right there with each other. It would just be epic.
Well, like I don't know if I told people on the last stream or whatever, but any money that you donate to me, Lakea, Vamp, whatever, Chaos, any of that right now is going towards to fund our outing.
Yeah, because I think I'm coming from the furthest away.
Yeah, well, we're going to try to pick a central location. That way everybody goes about the same distance. I'm in the middle of mapping out an area. I'm not going to carry y'all into a war zone. I want y'all to have a good. You may not get to see one, but I'll show you how to track. I'll show you some techniques I use. But
I think what is it? The anticipation of something is far more terrifying than actually having it in front of you. So the saying goes. And I think to be out in the woods and doing something like that, and then all of a sudden you hear this hellacious scream come from out in the woods somewhere around you, that's damn scary right there. That literally, that would chill me right to the bone.
That or you hear this. What I call it. That right there will mess you up because you'll be like, "What the hell?" Because
is that kind of like their talk, their speak?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just they've got so excited. They're just monkeys just get excited and they get chattering and going on. I don't know if it really means anything. It's just they're excited, and usually that right there is followed by either them wanting their blood charged or they start throwing rocks and sticks at you.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna bow out real quick. I'm just gonna set my headphones down, go in the other room. I'll be right back. All right.
All right, man. I've kind of got left by myself. I don't know, Miss Vamp. I can't hear you if you're in here. But anyway, like I said, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to stream live. I figured out hotspotting works, but I think it would be better if I could stream it back to a central location and then send it out from the central location over the net. It's going to have a little bit of lag, probably no more than 15 to 20 seconds, but I believe that's the way to go. I'm in the process of working that out, trying to get a secure signal that doesn't get bumped into by anything else is what I'm running into.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I don't know what just happened. I was talking to you guys and I was like, somebody muted me? What's going on?
No, I don't even have the Hangout side open. No, I didn't mute you, and you didn't show up muted on here.
That's crazy. It's probably this mic.
But like I said, any money that is donated from now on, it's going into a special fund, and that's what it's going to be funding. It's going to be funding for Vamp, whoever she wants to bring, me, Lakea, Chaos, Miss Chaos, DW, whether he knows it or not, Miss Aaron, because like I said, we're going to have to do this and do it right. We're going to have some people to go out into the field. We're going to have some people to stay back at a central location where we can stream from. So so Aaron and DW would be perfect for that, as long as they don't get drunk and start smoking cigars and get kicked out of the hotel room.
Well, I think they're gonna need a backup.
Well, I thought about bringing Grim for you, but
hey everybody, I'm back.
Because like
well, I would like to do that, but I was actually thinking that we can also do like some paranormal type stuff.
I want to do.
I want to go to Waverly Hills, and I was thinking that we can do it from there, because they actually have it set up now to where there's a part of the building that you can rent out that's like a hotel room. So if you come from far away, you know, and you want to do something like, you know, kind of like what certain paranormal shows have done, you can actually stay there.
Well, I say I want to do some paranormal stuff too, and I think that's where we need to cut our teeth at is doing some paranormal stuff before I get you into the woods. Get it where the whole team, because you just can't take a group of people out into the woods that has never been together and everything goes smoothly. We need what I call a controlled area, which would be a building, and make sure it's secure, and us learn to work because certain people work together better with other people. I'm not like Lakea would probably work better with Vamp than Vamp and than Lakea and me because she's kind of bossy.
Hold on now. Who's bossy?
You see there?
No.
Did y'all see that? Lenny says she lives an hour away from Waverly.
Awesome.
Oh, we're gonna take Lenny with us.
Thank you, Mandalore, and everybody else that's used Super Chat tonight and sent in donations. We greatly appreciate it. Every dollar amount.
Like I said, we're going to use this.
Yes, thank you, Madam.
I don't know when we can get Waverly Hills fixed into this schedule. Like I said, because I want to carry y'all on outing next April.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
You know, it would actually be really, really cool to go to a place like Waverly. I mean, for me personally, I love going on paranormal investigations. I used to do something like that when I was much younger with my bro James, and it would just be really cool. It would be really cool to check that out because you hear so much about it and how haunted it is. Yes.
I know we can stay there. Like we can stay there after the tour and sleep there and like do extra stuff when everybody leaves.
What are you giggling about?
Do extra stuff. My mind just went. Whoop.
See that? She dirty minded, y'all.
No, I would. Well, no, but no, yeah, but no.
Well, I mean, if Zulu's gonna be there, you never know because that man is fine.
Winnie Gale said, I got attacked the last time I went.
There's a blue. No, I didn't cook anything. I made some mashed potatoes.
I heard mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah. The wife came in and I was waiting on before actually cooking anything. So I'm like, you know what? I just made a big old pot of mashed potatoes with some cheese in it, and fed the boys that, and they loved it. And, there isn't anything left because we ate it all. Oops, sorry.
Any?
What's that?
You didn't save Lady Chaos any mashed potatoes and cheese?
Well, no.
It's not.
I know the first place we're going to investigate is where Chaos was murdered.
always supposed to sit aside, back in the refrigerator with aluminum foil over it with a piece of duct tape with a Sharpie marker with the name wrote on. Don't eat this. Save that for them. Ooh, if she with that frying pan and plays grip ball, it's on. I'm on her side.
Well, they did go out a little earlier. They went out earlier. She just got home not too long ago, so
Oh, I hope she had fun because I'm stuck over here with Vault. Yay. Sarcasm.
No, hey, I will tell you one of the places I've been thinking about for us to go on our Bigfoot investigation is actually in Texarkana, the Fought Monster.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because I'm talking about it's the only person that would have a long trip would be Chaos.
Isn't that the same place where it's
It's also got some paranormal stuff.
well, no, I'm thinking Smokey and the Bandit. I guess I'm just old school.
Has anyone heard of what is the name of Headgum? There's a movie festival there all the time.
Are you talking about like the Cannes Film Festival or something like that?
No, there was several weird murders that happened in Falk back in I think it's the 40s. They made a movie about it. Crap, I cannot think of the name of the movie.
Where are we talking about? I'm sorry.
It was The Town That Dreaded Sundown is the name of the movie. This is Falk, Arkansas.
We're going to Arkansas?
Well, it's Falk, Arkansas. Yeah, it's right there close. It's hold on, y'all.
Well, I see in the chat like Boggy Creek.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's where Boggy Creek was filmed from. Let's call it the Boggy Creek Monster.
yeah, that's a pretty heavy area, isn't it?
Yeah, but there hasn't been a whole lot of reportings of people that have been attacked. It's always sightings.
Or like Jaws keeps pointing out Bobby Mackey's. I actually know people who went to Bobby Mackey's, and I saw like the effects of what it did to them afterwards. They got full-fledged attacked.
So what is Bobby Mackey's? Is that like a severely haunted place, or?
Yeah, it's pretty haunted, and I saw it on a very popular paranormal show. And you're kind of like, I'm not too sure about that. But then when you know people and you see like how things get attached to them and how they got scratched and everything, you're like, wow, that place is no joke.
Yeah, Bobby Mackey's place is known for not just paranormal, but for satanic and I wouldn't say satanic. I would say demonic, more like
super demonic. Like there was some very, very, and I think somebody stated in chat, they stated that there was like a portal to hell there, and the people I know, they're pretty messed up from it, and they pretty much did what we're talking about right here, like road trip, Bobby Mackey's do because we saw us on TV, and then like they came back and their whole world was flipped upside down.
Wow, that's kind of heavy. I mean,
I can think of a lot of places. I would go back to Salem with not what everybody thinks is Salem, but the true site of Salem. That's where people understand. Salem, not Salem, Michigan. Am I right on that, Lakea?
You talk about Salem, Mass, right?
Yeah.
I would love to go back there. I've only been there once, and like I said, before, I think you can, when you get within the city limits, you just feel it. I mean, it's like this, man.
Where Salem, Massachusetts is now is not where the witch trials and all that stuff went on.
Well, I did see a show that said something about that where they said Hangman's Hill isn't actually Hangman's Hill. It's actually like down a little bit in between where two houses sit now, where this like big rock is. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I did catch enough of that. You know what I mean?
What's going on over there?
Yeah,
it sounds like a horror movie. It's just like the creepy door. Or is that the chair?
No, the wife is right next to me. So.
Oh, I thought that was Vault.
Nope.
No, that's all me. I'm a little loud tonight.
That's not me. But like I said, stuff like that's what I'm thinking of coming up with down the line. And like I said, the paranormal never really has interested me. I've been around it and stuff, but that's stuff that Lakea really likes. So I'm wanting to do a little bit more of it. And she's really, really, really. Y'all think I know about Bigfoot? Y'all
trust me, he had a full belly. He was good. Yeah.
But anyway, what we do. But like I said, talking about the Dogman and stuff like we were talking about earlier, I believe the Dogmen are more aggressive in the southern states than they are in the northern. I just, from the reports and stuff that I've gotten and stories I've heard, I believe they're more aggressive in the southern parts.
Do you think that has something to do with like climate?
I don't know what causes it. Because like I said, it's right the reverse with Bigfoot. Bigfoot, the southern ones are not as aggressive as the northern
ones. Yeah, I wonder if that would have, because Dogman is Dogman. Either way you look at it, and I'm just wondering if it's one of those deals where it would be like, the climate, just like was said, they are more aggressive because of the humidity. Well, I know quite a few people who get more aggressive because of the humidity. So, maybe it's because it's cold most of the year up here that if they are in the area, they don't stay here because of that. They're kind of like ducks, and kind of go south for the winter type of thing.
Well, what happened? Am I here by myself?
Oh, I think I'm still here too.
I'm right here. I think it cut out just a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of did. It did something funny right now. So I was like, oh my God, did you guys drop?
Hold on. Let me check I want to check the backside of this thing because the only people that has links to this or the only person that's not here that's got a link is Zulu. I don't know what happened to him.
I've got a question here. It says, any Dogman reports from the Appalachian Trail?
You got a whole freaking bunch of them.
Whoa, you're breaking up really bad.
I don't know what happened, Chaos. You broke up really, really bad.
Wow. I do know that my laptop just started buffering. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything else. But
mine is buffering too.
Yeah.
No, there we go. I think I'm almost normal now. But I mean, the only thing I'd ever heard anything, as far as Dogman on the Appalachian Trail was when they had this big migration. They were literally following that area down.
Think about it. It's a natural path. There's probably 3,000 or 4,000 miles of pathway that people hike up and down the Appalachian Trail. Now think about the stuff that Dogman probably has access to that we don't up and down through there.
It's funny. Paul had just said something that could be that Bigfoot, which is much larger in the north, pushes the Dogman out. I think that's very plausible.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. If Dogman started messing with some of them suckers up the Bigfoot up north, it's gonna take a bunch of Dogman to take down one of the things. You're talking about they get 14 foot tall up there, almost 6 foot across. So that's big, and they can weigh over 1,000 pounds.
Well, you remember that conversation we had earlier in the week, where I was telling you about a coworker of mine that is thinking about buying like an acre or two of land way up, in the northern area of my state, closer to the Canadian border. Yeah. That I had told you, yeah, if you guys can help squatch proof my cabin that I want to build on it, then hey, take all the time you want to
like I told you, the easiest way he's going to squatch proof it is find him a hillside, dig into the side of the hillside with concrete, and make a concrete bunker. Because a cabin, if they want in, they can. If there's not a door there, they will make one.
Well, you also said that up in that area they get. You know what I mean? That's some heavy country up there. I mean, all those miles and miles of woods, going, from Maine to Canada. You know what I mean? That's woo. And people just don't go in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about, think of walking up on a cabin that is 20 by 20 that's made out of trees. I'm talking about a real log cabin that's got 10-inch round trees mostly through it, and the one whole wall has been tore off.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm talking about. If they want in, they will get in. So don't think of locked doors. Even the southern ones, from all the way from the Florida skunk ape all the way up to, I'm gonna say, about Missouri. Those things, they're average 10 foot tall, maybe a little smaller. They probably average around 600 to 800 pounds. That's being real lean. And they have been known to knock cars off of roads.
That's crazy. Paul had mentioned something that you don't hear a whole lot about, the upper mountain, like the Yetis and whatnot. Everything I've ever heard about them, they are highly aggressive.
Well, I'm telling you, the ones up in Alaska, they will literally hunt you if they come across your trail. I've had several Eskimo tribes tell us they will hunt you. They use whale blubber and stuff like that, and different things, methods to keep not only polar bear but the Sasquatch from tracking them.
Wow. That's insane. Really. And just some of those nether reaches. You know what's one thing that always got me was Washington State. That area where it's literally mostly all wilderness. Some real wilds up there. I mean, you get a lot of stories. You know what I mean? You get a lot of stories of some rather large, Sasquatch up in that area. But the funny thing about them is that, yeah, they can be aggressive, like, any creature anywhere else, but they almost seem to really just mess with people. Crazy.
Well, that's like I've gotten several reports from Rhode Island of Sasquatch. I'm telling you, most people don't think, they think Rhode Island. You can look them up on the net and stuff like that. I've gotten several of them that have not been posted anywhere else that are just crazy stories from off of Rhode Island.
I've been to Rhode Island. There ain't a whole lot of woods there. This is not a very big place at all.
I don't think they stay there. I think it's more like on part of a migratory route or something.
Well, doesn't the Appalachian Trail run rather close to there?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, so there could be an overflow. Kind of like stopping off at a gas station for a bag of chips. You know what I mean?
The Appalachian Trail goes all the way up into Canada, all the way down to, I think it ends right outside of Mississippi, or right in the borders of Mississippi.
Wow.
That's how long that mountain range is.
I mean, you always hear, I've heard anyway, so I guess I can't, but you hear reports of, or I've heard reports of, like, crazy people living in the woods, the deep woods off the Appalachian Trail, just living out there off the grid. I mean, can you imagine living out in that area? And the next thing you know, you've got Dogman or Bigfoot migrating south, literally surrounding you. That's got to be terrifying. I really can only imagine.
I've literally come across what they call mountain folk up above Arkansas living in the woods. They don't come out. Everything they do is right there. There's a popular TV show called Mountain Monsters, where I'm talking about, they even talk about it. Somebody said it was buffering, I think. Like I said, then you got people that live out there that make their living out there in the woods, like the moonshiners and stuff. Those people right there, I say, I've gotten reports from several of them that they don't really talk to a whole lot of people.
Brad said everybody's talking about the stream is completely clear.
I think we're having problems with Hangouts. So I tell y'all what, if all of y'all, we're going to shut the stream down. But everybody stay in that's in here, hang out in Hangouts for a little bit. We're going to have a little bit of a family get together and talk about our trip and stuff. All right.
All righty.
So everybody, it's been fun. Like I said, it's been fun. I thank y'all all for showing up. And until next time, remember to lock that door on your way out.